Hi guys, this is Jessica. Welcome back to my channel. I know it's been some time. October was just really busy for me, and here we are now in November. I can't believe we're in November. But anywho, today I'm not talking about clothes. I'm not talking about beauty. I'm not unboxing anything. I just need to chat because I tried to film this video like 3 times already, but then things kept transpiring that made it obsolete, whatever I would film. So, anyway, it's actually about online dating. I gave it a try this summer on a website called POF.com. I went on that website because my niece met someone on there. He's very nice. We went out for lunch. She said, "Who are you dating?" I told her I wasn't dating anybody. She says, "Well, give this a try." I wasn't interested because it sounded like a rinky-dink um, dating website. So I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. So she's like, at least you'll get some free meals out of it. I can pay for my own meals, but um, I'm not gonna like shut my knees down like that. So anyway, I had zero intention of trying it. And then I came home that night. Lo and behold, there was a commercial for POF.com. So it was the first day I'd ever heard of the website. I see a commercial too. So I said, okay, in my head, I'll give it a try. So I pick up my cell phone, download the app, create a profile, bam, done. I added like 4 full body photos, some cute headshots. This is me for the world to see. Um, so I got some responses. A few were really crazy. There was one guy who was clearly in a living room, but there was a naked mannequin in the background. The mannequin challenge wasn't even out yet then, guys, but I think that still would have not been befitting of the challenge because it was a real naked mannequin in the back, which is odd to have in your living room, especially for a guy. There was a guy with the paper bag with alcohol in it in his hand. Yeah, no, thank you, because who does that? And then there was the gentleman who didn't tell me up front that he was in a wheelchair, and then darn near like went crazy on me because um, the possibility of having kids, he doesn't like to date women with kids because he just likes to get up and go. And then later on, he tells me I'm 5'9" in a wheelchair. So anyway, that's enough of that story because it's a little too long. Um, and then there was the guy who liked to send me selfies of himself that were unsolicited, you guys. I did not ask for any of them, but he'd send them in the morning, he'd send them in the night, he sent one of himself in the shower. It was from the waist up, but still, I do not know you. Um, and then he sent one next to his refrigerator. And of course, he tells me he's single. He says he has a child, but the child lives with his mother, and that he hardly ever sees the kid because the kid is always hanging out with his friends on the weekend. So he's this bachelor, living his bachelor life. I'm going to get a jacuzzi so you can come over, blah, blah, blah. Y'all, why did this man send me a selfie of himself standing next to his refrigerator? On the refrigerator with a cute little magnet was this little drawing that said, "I love mommy," that was clearly done by someone who was toddler age. So I said, "Hey, what's that drawing on your fridge?" And he's like, "Oh," he said, "yeah, well, my son did that and he brought it over here." Well, your son lives with his mom. Why wouldn't your son give that drawing to his mom? And so he's like, he does artwork and he just brings it over here, blah, blah, blah. I'm not lying. Okay, yeah, whatever. So he had to go because he wasn't truthful anyway. And I just got that vibe. So there was another gentleman who was not in a relationship. He said he was single. However, he lived with his children and his children's mother. Yeah, no, thank you. So, guys, this is what I'm running into here. So there's this one gentleman that I connect with, and he seems like a decent guy. He has a career. He seems like he just has a good head on his shoulders. We ended up having a phone conversation. He's the right age. He's the right height. He's the right build, like the big football player type. And I'm just like, yes. But during our first conversation, a couple of things made my antennas go up. One, he works a lot, doesn't have a lot of time. I get it. That's fine. I totally understand. But still, it's going to be in the front of my mind. The second thing he said to me was, I don't believe in boyfriend, girlfriend. Um, he was like, I just like to date. Okay, that's fine too, but it's going to stay in the front of my mind because I feel like maybe there's some commitment issues there and you're just out here to be out here. Right now, you're not interested in that right now, which is fine. Totally get it. But just because you're interested in something different doesn't mean I need to change myself to follow your path or vice versa. So it's like that's the kind of things that you can weed out in the beginning. But I really liked talking to him. He was funny. He made me laugh. And he just seemed like a real dude, a real person, like somebody I could kick it with. So anyway, and I clearly stated on my profile that I was just looking for a friend, that I like to have fun, I like to laugh, I like sports. So yeah, pretty much that's what I was looking for. I'm not trying, I didn't go on Tinder, but nowadays everything is like Tinder. It's like if you go on, they're gonna come at you for some sex, because it's like I can, why not? And a lot of people go for it, but that's not what I was looking for. So anyway, and I wasn't looking like to be married right away or to be in a relationship. I just like for people to get to know all the greatness that makes up Jessica. So anyway, we decide to meet, and we meet on the 3rd of July, and it's super hot outside. So we had a little date. He said, do you want to eat or do you want to do something like go and get Starbucks or something? I said, well, it's hot. Let's go to Jamba Juice and get a smoothie. So we meet at Jamba Juice. I decide to drive closer to him. And I go, and as soon as I get out of the car, he's like, oh, you're so cute. You look just like your profile picture. He said, do I look like mine? And I'm thinking, you look like your profile picture, but, plus a couple pounds. But I'm okay with it because you're a cutie. We go inside, we order our juice, and we sit down and we talk. And I mean, we talk. We have like good conversation. He did say one more thing to me. I can't remember what it was. Oh, he mentioned during the conversation that he does not like to make plans because he can never keep them. So that was another antenna of mine that went up because this dude, he's basically just like, I'm all over the place. I do what I want to do. And that's the thing. You have to listen and you have to pick these things up. So I thank you for telling me because it's giving me the opportunity to choose up front if it's something I'm interested in dealing with or not. So we end up chit-chatting. We're talking. I talk about myself in third person sometimes. So we're all in this conversation. And I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, and I said to myself, Jessica, that was stupid. He says, oh, that's your name. Y'all, this man did not even remember my name. He was just calling me cutie. And I didn't think anything of it because I think I'm such a damn cutie. And I am, but like, come on. My whole thing is if you didn't remember my name, then you should have said something earlier. I wouldn't have held it against you. Not that I held it against him then because I kind of did that to somebody. But at least I asked them before. And I was like, you know what? You have to forgive me. I apologize, but I don't remember your name. Like, I wouldn't have been offended because I did it myself. It's no excuse for it. I still did it. But anyway, at least I have the guts to say something. This dude, and my other thing is why'd you have to make such a big deal out of it? Why didn't you just take that piece of information that you heard and then just go on and act like you never forgot it in the first place? But you got to be like, oh, that's your name. Okay. So by this time, that's the fourth antenna. Like, dude, you're past 3 strikes. You're at 4. But again, Sometimes I'm not even going to say I'm not going to speak for nobody else, but you know, he was just cute. And I was kind of interested in his cuteness, for lack of anything else to say, because there wasn't much else about him that I really liked. Um, so we had our date. We spent a little bit more time together that day. And then I was like, you know what, I gotta go. And then he was like, you gotta go. And I was like, yeah, I got to go. So I think he actually probably thought he was gonna get some that day. But anyway, um, yeah, I gotta go, fella. He was like, okay, well, if you want to come back, then just give me a call. I stay up late, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay, player. So that was that. And then I never heard from him again. How about that? So, fast forward 2 weeks ago. It was a Sunday. I'm on my sofa. It's cloudy. Not even 2 weeks ago. It was last Sunday. Last Sunday, I'm watching Hallmark Channel. My text alert goes off on my phone. You know, it's cloudy, it's rainy outside. And so, anyway, he sends me a text and it says, hey, sexy, remember me? Y'all, I couldn't believe that this text came across because I hadn't talked to this man since July. So here it is, almost 5 months. It's October the 30th, and here you are, just, hey, sexy, remember me. Like, what the hell is that? So I was like, oh, yeah, this is the realtor from such and such city. How are you? Um, and he said, good. I was thinking about you. And I said, oh, yeah, was you wondering if I was ready to buy a house? And I said that because I'm a smart ass, because I wanted to say some other stuff. And I was like, let me just not be a bitch, even though I was still being a bitch. And this dude responds, to be honest, I was wondering if you wanted to cuddle. Y'all, I have not talked to this man since July, like the beginning of July. Here it is about to be the beginning of November, and you want to know if I want to cuddle with you? So let me just keep it real. It was cold. My little feet was cold. All of that stuff. No, I didn't cuddle with him, but I left it open like a dumbass because I was like, do I want to cuddle or do I not? I could cuddle without any feelings. I could just go and. So I was starting to consider this, even though I had remembered them 4 flags. Yeah. Um, so I was like, I'm busy today, can't do it, maybe some other time. I left it open. I did it by design. So all week I'm pondering. I didn't call him, didn't text him. So anyway, Friday rolls around. Hey, just checking in to see if you have time. So I said, quick question. Do you remember my name? I had to hit him with that, y'all, because I was like, I'm not just going to let you get away with not knowing it. And then you want to send another text 4 months later that says, hey, sexy, do you still remember my name? So he says, of course, Jessica. Okay. Still, I ain't let go of the fact that you didn't remember it in the first place. I'm not holding it against you, but I'm not going to forget. So anyway, I said, well, I had to check. You blew it at Jamba Juice. So yeah. I said, I'm curious, just keeping it real. Why'd you text me out of the blue like that? And so he goes, to be honest, you made a great impression on me. Plus, you're so cute and you always stuck out in my mind. I've been working a lot, so I haven't had time. Okay, y'all. Let's keep it really all the way real. If somebody meets you and they're like, oh my God, this person's kind of amazing, you're not gonna wait 4 months to talk to this person. That just don't make no damn sense. I don't care how busy you are. If you can't even talk, you're gonna text this person. or something. Something will materialize from it. So you can't tell me that you've been working a lot, but I've been on your mind and for almost 5 months done passed. Come on now. So, and then he says, and also, you're like one of the sexiest women I ever met, to keep it real. And then he was like, was that too honest? And then, so here's my response, y'all. I said, no, not really. I'm not offended by anything in your message. It's just, I don't think I could have stayed away from me for 4 months. So I'm just trying to decide if I want to kick it with you or not. That was my response, because real talk, if I'm interested in somebody, it ain't no way I'm not going to talk to them for 4 months. That's just not going to happen. So I wasn't trying to kick it. I was like, cuddling ain't about to happen right now, because I'm trying to decide if this is something that I want to do. So he goes back and forth and he tells me, 4 months, dang, time flies. Dude, you know you ain't seen me in a long time. Like, come on now. And then he tells me to be honest. That's him. He starts a lot of sentences off with to be honest, which kind of makes me skeptical of his ass. Are you really being honest? Something ain't right, y'all. Something ain't right. So he tells me why he hasn't talked to me in 4 months, which isn't a good enough reason for me in my mind, because again, that's just a long ass time if you're interested in someone. So then, of course, he sends a selfie. These guys in these selfies, they're worse than girls, okay? So anyway, I told him I'd think about it. So fast forward, I sent him a text, you guys, on Sunday, because I literally for over a week went back and forth about whether or not I wanted to go and spend time with this person. Yes, winter is here. Yes, it's cuddle season. No, I don't have anybody to cuddle with, but should I settle for someone who has established that he doesn't like to make plans? He doesn't have a lot of time because he works a lot. He restated that in this conversation, like, oh, I've been busy. So what, I'm going to come over and cuddle with you now? And then 4 months later, you're going to be like, hey, sexy, you want to come and dip in my pool? It's summertime, or like some shit like that. Like, I just don't have time for this. But I want to cuddle. I'm just keeping it real with y'all. I want to cuddle. I do. I want to lay up in bed. I want somebody to rub on me. And he's like physically the type I want to do this with. So anyway, I texted him back and I said, you know what? Let me just tell you what I remember about you. I said, from what you've told me, you don't believe in boyfriend and girlfriend and that you just like to date. You also told me that you don't make plans because you can't keep them. And you told me you're very busy and all you do is work. I said, I'm not thirsty or looking to be in a relationship, but if I think about everything you told me, I don't know if a friendship fits into what you're trying to do either. So I said, I didn't want to not text you this and be rude. I said, and you told me you was a straight up person. I respect that. So I just want to be straight up with you. That's the reason why I'm texting you. So basically, no cuddling with the guy that I kind of wanted to cuddle with. But I just felt like I was selling myself short if I didn't. I felt like, why should, my face is shiny right there. I felt like, why should you have the privilege of laying up with me? Like, do you know who I am? And I am so not conceited, you guys. And sometimes I am the least confident person in the room. You might not know it, but I am. But I feel like I deserve more. And I feel like everything that I have to give should go to somebody who really wants it. Who's like, she's the end all to be all. This is who I want to be with. This is who I want to spend my time with. She get on my nerves, but I can't see myself without her. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah. So y'all, I had to let that go. And I let it go for me, not for him, because I just didn't feel like he was worthy. So my whole thing is know your worth. If you want to go and you want to hook up and do your thing, do your thing. But my personal decision was that this guy didn't deserve to cuddle with me. You don't deserve to have your hands on me. You don't deserve to take up any mental space. You don't deserve to be texting my phone, because you're only in this for something physical. And I'm kind of great, like this whole thing. So you don't get to have the physical greatness without the rest of it, because, yeah, this whole package will blow your mind. Like, and I'm laughing, but I'm serious. So I'm not going to give you parts and then let you go do whatever you want to do. It's just not how I work. So that's my story time. God, I hope this isn't long. I hate long videos, and I try not to make them long, but I just needed to express this. So I missed out on this cuddle, but there'll be more cuddles, right? Yeah, there will be. No more online dating for me. I'm so done with that, y'all. Like, done, done, done. Um, I'm kind of looking to just meet somebody who's staring at me from across the room. I'll let you know if that happens. It ain't happening yet. So that is it. Let me know about your online dating experiences. Let me know if what you think I did was the right thing to do, because he let me know up front. This doesn't work for me. I'm kind of a commitment phobe. I don't really like to give people my time. I'm not trying to make no plans with you. And yeah, I forgot the other one. Either way, oh, he forgot my name. You forgot my name. So anyway, yeah, guys. He forgot my name. Above all things, he forgot my name. And then made a big ass scene about it, when he could have just kept it to himself and been like, okay, her name is Jessica. Jessica, just in your head. Like, okay. But nah, so that let me know you was an ass. And I don't do asses. So, not even during cuffing season. So, that's my video. I hope you guys enjoyed that little story time. Yeah, let me know. Bye.